Get ready to step into Marilyn Monroe's beauty routine as I unveil the exact beauty product she relied on for that timeless allure. From her signature red lips to her flawless complexion, you won't want to miss this deep dive into the world of Hollywood's ultimate beauty icon. Let's unlock the secrets that contributed to Marilyn's captivating charm and discover how you can incorporate some of her favorite products into your own beauty routine. Don't go anywhere because Marilyn Monroe's beauty secrets are about to be revealed. Marilyn Monroe embodied the essence of Hollywood's enchanting allure, captivating the world with an unmatched radiance and vitality. Beyond her captivating physical features, including her curvaceous figure and inviting lips, Marilyn transcended the role of a mere 50s sex symbol. Her delicate vulnerability, coupled with a natural sensuality, ingrained her image in the collective heart. In the era of iconic film stars, she effortlessly rose to become indisputably the most renowned woman of the 20th century. Born on June 1st, 1926 in Los Angeles, California, she entered the world as Norma Jean Mortensen to Gladys Baker. Due to the uncertainty surrounding her father's identity, she was later christened as Norma Jean Baker. Gladys had worked as a film cutter at RKO Studios, but her battle with mental health issues led to her inability to maintain the job, eventually resulting in her commitment to a psychiatric facility. During her formative years, Norma Jean experienced a childhood marked by stays in foster homes and orphanages. However, in 1937, her situation changed when she came to live with Grace McGee Goddard, a family friend. This arrangement took a turn in 1942 when Grace's husband was relocated to the East Coast, making it financially unfeasible for them to bring 16-year-old Norma Jean along. Faced with limited options, Norma Jean had to decide between returning to the orphanage or entering into marriage. On June 19, 1942, she married her 21-year-old neighbor, Jimmy Dougherty, whom she had been in a relationship with for half a year. According to Jimmy, she possessed qualities of sweetness and generosity, and she enjoyed affectionate closeness. Norma Jean's affection for Jimmy was evident, and they enjoyed a contented partnership until he joined the Merchant Marines and was deployed to the South Pacific in 1944. Following Jimmy's departure, Norma Jean secured a position on the assembly line at the Radio Plane Ammunitions Factory in Burbank, California. After a few months, her path crossed with the photographer David Conover, who was photographing women contributing to the war effort for Yank magazine. Recognizing her remarkable potential, Conover considered her a photographer's ideal subject. He featured her in a photo shoot and began arranging modeling opportunities for her. Norma Jean had an undeniable allure for the camera, and within 2 years, she gained recognition as a respected model with numerous prominent magazine covers. Intrigued by the legendary actors Jean Harlow and Lana Turner, she took acting classes and nurtured aspirations of becoming a star. However, Jimmy's return in 1946 placed Norma Jean at another crossroads, this time a decision between her marriage and her burgeoning career. On June of 1946, Norma Jean divorced Jimmy, and she inked her inaugural studio contract with 20th Century Fox on August 26, 1946, securing a weekly wage of $125. Shortly thereafter, she opted to transform her appearance by dyeing her hair blonde and adopting the moniker Marilyn Monroe, drawing from her grandmother's surname. From that point onward, her trajectory became the stuff of legends. In her initial films, Marilyn Monroe assumed a series of minor roles that held little significance until the turning point of 1950 arrived. This was when she landed a modest yet impactful part in John Huston's thriller The Asphalt Jungle. Later that same year, her portrayal of Claudia Caswell in All About Eve, alongside Bette Davis, garnered her additional acclaim. Following this, Marilyn embarked on a consistent stream of movie projects, including titles like Let's Make It Legal, As Young as You Feel, Monkey Business, and Don't Bother to Knock. However, it was her performance in the 1953 film Niagara that truly catapulted her into stardom. In Niagara, Marilyn portrayed Rose Loomis, a striking young wife entangled in a plot to eliminate her older and jealous husband, played by Joseph Cotton. Marilyn's triumph in Niagara set the stage for her lead roles in the immensely popular films Gentlemen Prefer Blondes alongside Jane Russell and How to Marry a Millionaire, co-starring Lauren Bacall and Betty Grable. In 1953, Marilyn was awarded the title of Best New Actress in Photoplay magazine, solidifying her status as Hollywood's most adored blonde bombshell at the age of 27. On January 14, 1954, Marilyn united with baseball icon Joe DiMaggio in matrimony at San Francisco City Hall. Their relationship had spanned 2 years, originating when Joe's agent arranged a dinner date. When news of their connection reached the media, Marilyn candidly expressed, "I'm not sure if I'm in love with him yet, but I'm certain I like him more than any man I've ever encountered." Amidst their honeymoon in Tokyo, Marilyn took a moment to entertain the service personnel stationed in Korea. Her appearance led to a near riot among the troops, a situation that left Joe visibly uneasy as thousands of men admired his new spouse. Regrettably, the aspects of Marilyn's fame and her sexualized image cast a shadow over their marriage. A mere 9 months later, on October 27, 1954, Marilyn and Joe underwent a divorce. They attributed the separation to a clash of careers while maintaining a strong friendship. By 1955, Marilyn was eager to shed her reputation as a superficial blonde. While this image had propelled her into the limelight, she now desired to dive into serious acting, armed with both the opportunity and experience. To pursue this, she decided to take a hiatus from Hollywood and relocated to New York City to study under the guidance of Lee Strasberg at the Actors Studio. In 1956, Marilyn established her own film production company, Marilyn Monroe Productions. Through this venture, she brought forth movies like Bus Stop and The Prince and the Showgirl, alongside Sir Laurence Olivier. These two films showcased her capabilities and versatility as an actress. Her performances in the 1959 film Some Like It Hot garnered significant acclaim, earning her a Golden Globe Award for Best Actress in a Comedy. On June 29, 1956, Marilyn entered into marriage with playwright Arthur Miller. Their friends noted that she had a dizzying effect on him. During their marriage, Arthur crafted the role of Rosalind Tabor in the 1961 film The Misfits, specifically for Marilyn. This movie featured notable actors such as Clark Gable and Montgomery Clift. Unfortunately, the union between Marilyn and Arthur came to an end on January 20th, 1961, and The Misfits marked Marilyn's final completed film, as well as Clark Gable's. At the 1962 Golden Globe Awards, Marilyn once again demonstrated her widespread appeal by being named the Female World Film Favorite, further cementing her enduring popularity. Tragically, on the surprising night of August 4th, 1962, Marilyn, aged 36, passed away at her Brentwood home in California. The news left the world in disbelief, as Marilyn's lively essence and captivating beauty made it inconceivable that she had departed. Subsequently, on August 8, 1962, Marilyn's remains were entered in the Corridor of Memories, specifically in Spot 24 at Westwood Memorial Park in LA. And now let's talk about her skincare routine. Marilyn Monroe was known for her iconic beauty and style. And while there isn't an exhaustive list of her favorite beauty products, there are some products and practices that she was known to use and prefer. Keep in mind that beauty products and preferences have evolved over time, so some of these products she used might not be available today or might have different formulations. Here are some beauty products and practices that Marilyn Monroe used. Marilyn was known to be a fan of skincare products from the brand Ernal Laszlo. She reportedly followed a skincare routine designed by Dr. Ernal Laszlo himself, a dermatologist who created personalized skincare routines for his clients. While the exact details of her routine might not fully be documented, here's a general overview of the skincare principles and products associated with Marilyn Monroe's Ernal Laszlo routine. Regarding the revelation of the classic Hollywood's actress' beauty routine, a genuine letter authored by her dermatologist Ernal Laszlo to Marilyn Monroe. Within this correspondence, Dr. Laszlo meticulously outlines the specific products that she should incorporate into her morning, evening, and bedtime skincare routine, along with instructions on their application. And this was dated March 17, 1959, and addressed to Miss Marilyn Monroe Miller. The directions from Dr. Laszlo were as follows. In the morning, Monroe's routine entailed cleansing her face and neck thoroughly with warm water using active Cetaphil soap. This was to be followed by the application of Ernal Laszlo's Shake It tinted skin treatment in neutral all over her face. Next, Fellatone was to be applied under the eyes, followed by Duo Phase powder on the entire face and neck. During formal occasions, which presumably encompass film premieres and similar red carpet gatherings, Monroe was directed to use Fellatone over her entire face, under the eyes, and on her neck and chest, followed by Duo Phase face powder. As for her nighttime routine, referred to as the evening before retiring in the letter, Monroe's instructions were to apply the active Cetaphil oil to the entire face, and once dried, to follow with an application of active Cetaphil cream and light controlling lotion. What is particularly intriguing and unforeseen, however, is Dr. Laszlo's recommendation for Monroe to avoid consuming nuts, chocolate, olives, oysters, and clams. It can be inferred that Monroe possibly had a food allergy or sensitivity, although dermatologists from that era also linked certain foods, such as spicy ones, for triggering skin conditions like rosacea. Furthermore, as per information from Dr. Laszlo's website, Monroe displayed remarkable foresight in her skincare approach. The actress regularly relied on Vaseline, a practice akin to what we now know as slugging, applying multiple layers of Vaseline beneath her makeup. This technique was instrumental in guaranteeing her perpetual radiance and being consistently camera ready. Monroe and Dr. Laszlo maintained a close partnership over the years, to the extent that the Hungarian physician developed his Formula 38 line specifically tailored for the actress. Reflecting on their bond, Monroe once remarked, "Ernal Laszlo not only restores my skin, but he also comforts my spirit." Dr. Laszlo had a reputation for attentively listening to his renowned clients, crafting formulations and treatments that proved effective for their needs. Given Monroe's deep admiration for the doctor, it comes as no surprise that Dr. Laszlo's influence endures to this day and that her essential skincare products are still available to purchase. In fact, the brand recently introduced new shade options for Monroe's favorite skin product, the Shake It tinted skin treatment. And Marilyn Monroe was known to incorporate Vaseline into her routine, as I mentioned above, and she would use it for a lot of different things, and here are some of the ways she used it. She used it as a moisturizer in the slugging technique to keep her skin soft and hydrated, and she would also put it on her body in dry areas like the knees and elbows. The occlusive nature of Vaseline helps to lock in moisture and preventing dehydration and maintaining a smooth appearance. And Marilyn Monroe was reported to also be a fan of Nivea cream, a classic skincare product known for its rich and moisturizing properties. While specific details of her usage might not be extensively documented, here are some ways in which Marilyn Monroe most likely incorporated Nivea into her skincare. Again, she would use it most likely as an overnight treatment, like a sleep mask for extra hydration. And she would apply a thick layer before bed, allowing the cream to work its magic. And she also used it on her body. There's actually photos of her putting Nivea on her body when she's sitting outside by the pool. When it comes to perfume, Marilyn Monroe, like countless other women, shared an affinity for Chanel No. 5 perfume. Yet in 2002, an undisclosed revelation unveiled her covert fondness for the perfume Florist Rose Geranium, which she loved to wear during filming Some Like It Hot, and this perfume was discreetly supplied to her in substantial quantities at the Beverly Hills Hotel. And it is infused with elements of rose, geranium, and sandalwood. This perfume is now discontinued, but you can still buy the bath essence. I've always been dying to smell the bath essence. I love the smell of roses. It's widely known that Marilyn Monroe had an aversion to wearing pajamas. In a well-known 1952 interview, the actress famously shared that her bedtime attire consisted of 5 drops of Chanel No. 5 and nothing more. She hesitated to use the word nude, but affirmed its accuracy. While she never participated in Chanel No. 5 advertisements during her lifetime, Marilyn could arguably be considered the most recognizable ambassador for the perfume. Now, over 50 years later, Chanel is capitalizing on its most renowned enthusiasts by incorporating her into different ad campaigns. And now let's talk about her lipstick. An essential element of Marilyn Monroe's captivating image was her striking crimson lips. Her plump, puckered lips and the velvety, alluring voice that came from them exuded a potent blend of sex appeal and an irresistible, ultra-feminine charm. Much like her platinum blonde hair and red lipstick was the makeup equivalent of her signature slinky dresses and high heels, which were integral to her distinctive style. Yet the significance of red lipstick extended beyond aesthetics. It played a pivotal role in enhancing the character she portrayed on screen. Whether it's her character in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes or Sherry in Bus Stop, red lipstick functioned as a perfect accessory to underscore her character's femininity and allure, adding to their seductive personas. The application of red lipstick on Marilyn Monroe's lips during filming was a deliberate and calculated process. Her makeup artist, Alan Whitney Schneider, employed multiple shades of red simultaneously, with darker hues at the lip edges and lighter tones towards the center. This meticulous approach accentuated her lips dramatically. However, Marilyn's enchanting aura wasn't confined to her cinematic roles alone. Even in her everyday life, she maintained her signature allure with a generous application of her preferred shade, Max Factor's Ruby Red. Revlon's Bachelor Carnation is another shade that she liked to wear, and it's similar to the shade Love That Red by Revlon. She also loved Guerlain's Rouge lipstick, and this one is still available today in the Kiss Kiss range. She also wore Revlon Certainly Red lipstick, Revlon Hot Coral lipstick, and Revlon Kiss Me Coral, which is the orange red that she wore in Something's Got to Give. And she also wore Revlon Blaze Apricot lipstick. And Marilyn Monroe also wore Elizabeth Arden makeup, Elizabeth Arden Pata Cream fashion makeup, an Elizabeth Arden eyebrow pencil in black, and an Elizabeth Arden mascara have been seen in her makeup bag. In present times in New York City, the appearance of a building underwent a transformation in 1930. This change was marked by the installation of a vibrant red door within the establishment store located at 691 Fifth Avenue. This distinctive door marked the establishment of the flagship salon for Elizabeth Arden, the professional alias of Florence Nightingale Graham. To this day, both the Elizabeth Arden Company and its salon continue to occupy this location. The building achieved a notable retail leasing achievement in 1970 when Gucci agreed to pay a substantial annual payment of $100 per square foot for the store situated at the corner of the building. In the book, Marilyn, The Ultimate Look at the Legend, a description is provided of Marilyn's stroll to the Elizabeth Arden's establishment in New York City. And there's also photos of Marilyn Monroe outside the Elizabeth Arden establishment, so she definitely used and loved Elizabeth Arden. During a pleasant mid-morning, Marilyn Monroe found herself walking toward the Gladstone building. As she reached the entrance, her attention was drawn to a teenager stationed outside with an 8mm camera, aiming it directly at the revolving door of the hotel, which was already in motion. Suddenly, Marilyn Monroe burst through the revolving door, and to the person's surprise, she executed a complete 360-degree spin for the young man's home movie camera. She was attired in an elegant black suit, embellished with a fur collar, her glossy hair cascading to her shoulders, and her makeup flawlessly applied. She was truly dazzling, as the photos show of Marilyn Monroe outside. Marilyn was en route from the 52nd Street and Lexington Avenue to the Elizabeth Arden Beauty Salon on 5th Avenue. And for foundation, Marilyn Monroe also used the brand Anita of Denmark, and she loved the Day Dew makeup cream. And the Day Dew makeup cream creates a youthful glow that lasts for hours without touch-ups, and it was worn by other movie stars and Marilyn Monroe. It even says this on their website. And it's a little bit weird, the cream, it almost reminds me of a thick concealer. I've tried it before. It's very heavy, and it's truly fascinating to discover the exact beauty products that were incorporated in her daily routine. From her flawless complexion to her signature red lips, Marilyn's beauty routine was built on a foundation of carefully chosen products, and we dived into her world to see what she used to create her signature look. And thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out some of my other vintage beauty videos.